free iHeartRadio app. All you're going to need to do is leave a message stating that you want to go to the game and who you taking with you with your name and your information, and we'll get you a chance to win a pair of tickets.
Wow, that's easy.
Yeah, that's simple. Simple. And you definitely want to go watch
There's
the
no
ladies
mystery
play.
Question or nothing?
None of that. None of that is involved. It's straight up, hey, you want to go to the game? Tell me why you want to go to the game and who you taking.
With?
That's it. That's it. And who you are, obviously, because that's going to need to happen. Well, Texas football is back at it this week after a week of rest and recovery. The Texas Longhorns have moved up to number 10 in the latest poll, but the real polls come out tomorrow. And what I mean by that, the playoff ranking polls, then you will know exactly where they are. But Texas is number 10, a 5.5-point dog at Georgia, who is number 5. That game will kick off at 6:30 right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone. Pre-game show will start at 3:30 at Bolden Acres, South Lamar. So make sure you get out there and come and see the fellas as we get ready for a big-time matchup with the Georgia Bulldogs. Mark, there were some exciting games this past weekend. We'll talk about those at the top of our number 2, because we'll hear from. We're going to talk about a lot of those games. But the fact of the matter is this: Texas is in a position now that we had hoped they would be. If you start to look at what's going on with this team and where they are in contrast to where other teams are, they still have everything in front of them. You talked about this. You said it earlier in the year. You were looking at it after the loss to Florida. You and some close finishes against Kentucky and Mississippi State. But now the real challenge begins. You're going up against a team in the Georgia Bulldogs. By the way, SEC Nation will be there in Athens as well. So there's a lot of folks making that trip to Georgia. But the fact still remains is this: Texas still has everything that they're playing for right in front of them.
Yeah, 3 teams that they can win against: Georgia, Arkansas, and A&M. Georgia and A&M both ranked in the top 5. And you win that, you automatically become number 1. Texas will go from number 1 to out of the top 25 back to number 1 again. And that would be really, really cool story to tell. But you got to look at also when Texas lost to Florida, everybody got doom and gloom and said there was no hope. But you look at what Mississippi State and what Vanderbilt and Mississippi State has done since Texas beat them, those teams have lit fire. They've won big games. I mean, Mississippi State just recently beat Florida. Vanderbilt had a real solid win against South Carolina. And I mean, so everybody that Texas has beaten, they've gone back and redeemed themselves. So it's like the wins mean more. Now, if Vanderbilt would have went out there and lost, then Texas, the victory over them wouldn't have meant as much.
They almost did. They almost lost,
but they
didn't.
Game.
Right.
They didn't. How many do you think games Texas has won?
That's what I'm saying. It comes
close down to winning.
Yeah.
And Texas is a winning franchise.
In the conference, A&M sits at the top of it at 6-0, followed by Alabama, who is also 6-0 in conference play. The Georgia Bulldogs 6-1, Ole Miss 5-1, and the Texas Longhorns come in at 4-1 and 7-2 on the season. This weekend, there's some big time matchups that are going to be happening in the SEC. You start to look at these games and you're like, okay, here's where we are now. November the 15th, you got South Carolina, who's been a punching bag here lately. They just can't get it right, along with Arkansas. So you look at those 2 teams. South Carolina and Texas A&M kick off Saturday at 11 a.m. You follow by Arkansas at LSU. That game will be on SEC Network. And then at 2:30, Oklahoma travels to Alabama. That's a big game for the Oklahoma Sooners, who are just on that cusp, but even bigger game for Alabama to keep going in the right direction. You've got Florida at Ole Miss starting at 6 o'clock. Obviously, Texas at Georgia at 7:30, and the nightcap is Mississippi State at Missouri. But that Oklahoma-Alabama game is a big game as well, because both of those teams, Alabama, we talked about where they are. I didn't give you a chance to say anything about Oklahoma, but Oklahoma's sitting at 3-2 in conference play and 7-2 on the regular season. That's a big game for both of those teams, especially Alabama being at home and having Oklahoma come in.
These are two of the biggest games that are going to happen in college football this Saturday. Oklahoma and Alabama. Oklahoma beats Alabama. That's a huge feather in their hat. They'll move up in the top 10. Texas beat Georgia with the win of OU, which OU is helping us now because Texas beat them. They beat Alabama. Now Texas moves up to 4th. And maybe even 3rd, because Indiana did not look impressive. And they got by the skin of their teeth. I think Indiana's going to drop.
So you think if Texas goes out and wins this game, they're going to drop, they're going to jump all the way up to the top 3?
They're going to jump up into the top 3 or 4 minimum, because that's with Alabama losing.
That's
so,
it. Okay.
So they would need help in
all
order for that to happen.
There's a lot of help that's going to be needed.
It's a possibility.
Because Texas A&M is going to have to lose. Indiana's going to have to lose. Both of those teams are at the top. Obviously,
the strength of schedule too.
Alabama being where they are. Texas Tech with a big-time win this past weekend. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. But there's a lot that would have to happen. Ole Miss would have to lose to Florida. I mean, there's a lot that still has to come into play when you think about it. But big weekend for the Texas Longhorns, but you can hear it all right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. It starts today with the press conference. Coach Sark will address the media today starting at 11:30, but myself, Craig Way, and Cam Parker will be at the stadium starting at 11 o'clock as we lead up to Coach Sark speaking with the media. We'll also hear from Sean Miller tomorrow as he will address the media today, as he got his first win as a University of Texas head coach. Big time performance against Lafayette, not the Raging Cajuns, Lafayette from Eastern Pennsylvania. They played them on Saturday. Big time matchups, man. We had a lot of fun this weekend. I know y'all had a big trip to San Antonio. You and Marcus got to hang out with Wemby and Arch Manning. Yeah.
And my new favorite.
And Durant, too.
And Kevin Durant. But my new favorite wide receiver, Parker Livingston.
Yep.
And he said it was Livingston.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's told us that.
But, I was told.
He told us this.
Yeah, I was told by somebody that was Livingstone.
Yeah.
Well, but anyway. Yeah. It was, we had a very interesting conversation about his mustache.
Right.
And I said, hey, that's an adult movie mustache, sir. And he was like, yeah, I've been told that. But
oh my God, I can't believe this, man.
I cannot say the word, but
sure.
I spelled
What's
it
up,
out.
Trevor?
Why?
Yeah, what's up, Trevor?
Why did I get the what's up, Trevor?
Well, you know why you got the what's up, Trevor?
That mustache, though, is hilarious.
Oh, I'm sure. But good stuff right there to start off the show, kicking it off, talking about Parker Livingston's mustache. Coming up next, we're going to talk about the Texas women's basketball team. They had their first test of the season. Number 24 ranked Richmond Spiders came into town, and let's just say Texas women passed the test. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
One time when Bill Schoening and I were doing a Tuesday night game, and there was an umpire behind the plate, Tom Jenkins. And Tom was a rather corpulent fellow, and he lets a pitch go in there. And you hear this pop again. He goes, ball two. Then crystal clear that our field mic picked up was some fan yelling, Jenkins, you fat.
Only on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
Look out for road debris in the left lane. This is going to be Texas 71 eastbound at Riverside Drive, causing no delay right now. We do have some slow traffic, though, 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and Stastny Lane. About a 15-minute delay. Good news, that accident did clear out Palmer Lane at Samsung Boulevard. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
In 20628.
Need an AC company you can count on? Call Abacus. From tune-ups to repairs and the latest indoor air quality solutions, Abacus can do it all. Now you can fix or replace your AC system with zero down financing. If you want the best, call Abacus. You can count on us.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
And Doug. Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu? Is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
NBC News focuses on the facts, looking deeper and listening wider. It's clear reporting, free from opinion. Facts, clarity, calm. NBC News, reporting for America.
You love your home, but sometimes it feels like it's running your life. Leaky faucets, overgrown hedges, and that room you've been meaning to repaint. Sometimes it's just too much. With AirTasker, finding help is simple. Post your task, set your budget, and let local taskers take care of it. It's like having a personal handyman for all the projects on your to-do list. Download AirTasker or visit us at airtasker.com today and make your home work for you, not the other way around. AirTasker. Get anything done.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy rinse tonight. And I need it more. Like it was the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do. I'm always in the dark. The sweat and dead short smells like a dog park. I'm Downy rinsing tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the OSAA, are the 99,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Oregon. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Longhorns baseball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. We are back and up and running on our YouTube, Facebook, and of course Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Our videos are back up and running. And somebody that was up and running this weekend was the Texas women's basketball team, as they had a big time matchup against the number 24 ranked Richmond Spiders. They come in, they tried to battle, but it was an all-out effort from all of the players for the University of Texas. But you know, Madison Booker became Madison Booker once again. And of course, you had Jordan Lee and the freshman sensation, Aaliyah Crump, who continues to get better and better every game.
Yeah, Leah Crump has 12 points. Suddenly, she's your leading scorer for Texas. Well, no, she's got 12. Third leading scorer, and then the three. Madison Booker, a rare three, and she's got 18.
Madison Booker with the three. She finished with 22 points. Jordan Lee playing good defense and the steal.
And then Lee with the steal. Jordan trying to run it down, and she does. She's got the trailer, and Crump lays it in with the left hand.
Aaliyah Crump finished with 14. Jordan Lee finished with 16. And as I said, Madison Booker had 22 points, suffocating defense, and they end up blowing this team out 85-56.
Get about a second difference. Preston now with 4. She'll take the shot and miss it. Loose ball, and that will do it. Longhorns with the win, 85-56 over the 24th ranked team in the country.
And that is why it's so impressive to watch what they were able to do. Their suffocating defense, and I mean that sincerely. It was fun to watch how they went inline to inline. I told y'all from the day that I met Coach Vic Schaefer, he said it from day one. We are going to press you from the airport to the bus station. You're going to have to be able to get the ball in to try to move against us. And they showed that early. Tonight, they will play Louisiana Lafayette. I'm going to give you an opportunity to win a pair of tickets a little bit later to go check that game out. You can hear that game right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone with the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way. But right now, I want you to hear from Jordan Lee. Jordan Lee finished with 16 points in that matchup, and she continues to get better.
We're joined now by sophomore Jordan Lee. Jordan, this was a good ball club that came in here, and they led by 5, and then you guys exploded. What was the difference in the end of the first quarter and the start of the second?
We definitely didn't start out as disciplined as we wanted to defensively. Some miscommunications early on, some switches, and we knew we were going to be spread out because of what they run and how they look for cutters and flares. So we just kind of had to hone in on how we were communicating and really pay attention to those little details.
And then you guys had a few turnovers in the first quarter and really took care of the ball, but you kept turning them over. Do you feel that when the defense is kicked up a notch?
Definitely. That's kind of how we get things rolling, get our legs under us. So we definitely applied some pressure, and it led to some good things offensively.
We saw your finish last year, the great effort in the tournament in the Final Four, a career high Monday. Do you feel like you're getting comfortable in the college game?
Absolutely. I mean, it's sophomore season, so everything should be stepped up. You know, I'm aware of the maturity and the pace of the game, so definitely.
Your All-American Madison Booker nearly had the triple-double with 6 steals. She kind of had a look in her eye tonight.
I feel like she always does. You know, she gets in the right spots and just anything is green from pretty much anywhere on the court.
All right, thanks, Jordan. Appreciate it.
Wow, that's awesome when you got the green light anytime.
Yeah.
And Madison Booker, she's worked for that. But we know where she makes her hay, and that's inside that arc. Anywhere from 20 to 15 feet is money.
Yeah, she's a good mid-range shooter. The one complaint that I will have for this Texas basketball team is this game could have been a lot worse. This game should have been a lot worse. They were 11 of 24 from the free throw line. And I'm sure Coach Vic is talking about that and looking at the team and saying, hey, we have to be better from the free throw line. Shot 45% from free throw line.
Yeah, that's not good.
If they can clean that part of it, listen, I'm a big fan of what I've seen from this football team. They play like they play football.
Like it.
It's a very physical game when you look at Texas play. And that is something that Coach Vic Schaefer has talked about numerous times. If they can get that down and get those free throws, I'm not asking them to shoot
75%.
Exactly. Get to that number, and this team is going to be unstoppable. They shot the three. They weren't afraid to do it. But the way that they play defense is amazing. Rory Harmon had 6 assists. She now needs 35 assists to be the Texas all-time assist leader in both men and women basketball here at the university. So, but I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you have not come to watch a women's basketball game or a men's basketball game, we'll talk men in the next segment, in the Hard Knocks Life segment. You need to go watch Madison Booker because of how smooth she is and how she, as they say, she's slimmed down. She looks fantastic. She looks faster, and she looks like her energy is on point right now. But this freshman, Aaliyah Crump, is the real deal. She was the number 5 player in the country coming out last year. And I know everybody wants to talk about Aaliyah Chavez and how Texas missed out on her, and she's going to be great. Enjoy watching this young lady play because she's big, she's quick, she can move, and she shoots the ball effortlessly. She's really, really good.
Man, I can't wait to get out there.
He's got another good one with her because she is going to be special here at the University.
She definitely could take the reins when Madison Booker leaves.
Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind.
Wow.
There's no doubt in my mind. And Jordan Lee has been playing outstanding. Justice Carlton has been playing outstanding. Brianna Preston, when she gets the ball in her hands, she's so fast. She takes it to another notch, and you get out and run. And that's what you're going to see every single time you watch this team play. They had 15 steals. 15 steals in the game the other night.
Between her and Rory?
No, I'm talking about the entire team.
Okay.
15 steals. That's still a lot.
That's a lot.
That's still a lot. And so they had second chance points. They were 21. They had 21 second chance points. They had 21 points coming off the bench. And they grabbed 37 rebounds and scored 38 points in the paint.
Hey, that stat you just said off the bench.
Yeah.
21?
21 points off the bench.
That is invaluable.
Yep.
That is invaluable. And I don't know who didn't start that maybe scored 12, 13 points. I'm very sure that, when you get 21 points off your bench, you're going to win.
And that's without Kyla Oldacre about announcing her presence, with her points. She didn't have to. She came out, she played and was trying to get things going. But you start looking at all of these players on this Texas team, Brea Cunningham, transfer. She's a big body inside, and she's physical, and she's not afraid to play out on the edge. Taya Sidbury, gave a strong 11 minutes, and she understands her role on this team. And I think that's the biggest thing for Coach Schaefer when he talks to this basketball team. They understand their roles.
Right. And if you understand your role and you're willing to accept that, then it's great for team play.
Yeah.
And this is a team sport. We talked about this last week when Coach Vic said that he got everybody before the season. They put on nondescript gear. Everybody had on the same thing, and they all went and ran, and they all did conditioning together as a team.
Yeah.
And those are the things that make you a great team. I'm very excited for what this season holds.
Yeah. And I know that Coach Vic is too. And you listen to him, he gets a little fired up about his squad, and he wants them to understand that it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You're gonna keep building. But when you get a chance to watch or listen to the game tonight or go to the game, watch the way Aaliyah Crump moves without the basketball. Those are the things. They draw up plays for her to get the basketball. Those are the things that I like to see. And she's answering the call right away. Because Coach Schaefer was talking about freshmen and understanding the speed of the game. I think she's figured out the speed of the game. So Already. There's still going to be some challenges, though. Coming up next, Texas men's basketball gets a big-time victory. Sean Miller's first as a UT coach, and we'll hear about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Still got that slow traffic going on 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and Stassing Lane, setting you back about 18 minutes. The debris in the road is now gone at Texas 71 eastbound at Riverside Drive. And that accident's cleared out to Palmer Lane at Samsung Boulevard. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Find great early Black Friday deals now at Lowe's. Get up to 50% off select major appliances, plus up to an extra 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. Valid through 11/19. Selection varies by location. Select locations only while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Hardball Hardge here, and they say everything's bigger in Texas. And at the Yellow Rose, that includes your Friday steak. From noon to 9, grab a 16-ounce bone-in ribeye that is literally as big as your face. Certified Angus beef, cooked just right for only $20. Then come back for all your football action all weekend long. 2 giant high-def screens with sound plus 12 more TVs for every angle and replay you might have missed. Hungry? $10 rolls, burgers, wings, tenders, and El Pastor pizza got you covered. Yellow Rose, where the views are amazing and so's the steak.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
As the seasons change and routines shift, doctors say now is the perfect time for a health reset. And that means looking beyond cholesterol. Cardiologist Dr. Andrew Freeman says many heart attacks happen even when cholesterol levels look perfectly normal. The reason behind that is a hidden risk factor called inflammation.
Inflammation plays a critical role in cardiovascular disease, but it's often missed. Even people with healthy cholesterol levels can still be at high risk for heart attack and not even realize it.
Fortunately, Dr. Freeman says there are simple ways to identify and manage this risk, starting with a blood test. And with the holidays just around the corner, now's the perfect time to act.
A blood test can detect hidden inflammation, and it's something you can talk to your doctor about. From there, lifestyle changes and new therapies, such as low-dose colchicine, can make a real difference and reduce the risk of cardiovascular events.
Learn how you can take control of your heart health by visiting cvdinflammation.com.
The Spurs tip it off against the Bulls tonight in Chicago. Luke Cornett questionable with an ankle injury. The Texans scored 26 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to stun the Jags at home. Davis Mills tossed 2 touchdowns and a pick, also added a rushing score in the win. Texas climbed 3 spots to number 10 in this week's Coaches Bowl. Ohio State remains number 1. I'm Ron Tomas.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Despite wintry conditions and heavy traffic, the holidays have to go on. That's why Mercedes-Benz SUVs come equipped with the latest safety technology to keep your festive plans on track. Discover the incredible offers for yourself at the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration.
The free iHeart Radio app is your home for the holidays. Celebrate the season with the very best Christmas music ever made with iHeart Christmas. All your favorites 100% commercial free. Just open the app and search Holiday to find iHeart Christmas. plus other holiday stations and playlists to put you in a merry mood. Open the app and search Holiday to start listening.
We asked kids what it took to be a dad. This is what they had to say.
A father is always present. I mean, what real father figure can you have if they're not there?
In order to be a good dad, you need to love your son. You need to put gas in your car so you don't break down in the middle of nowhere. And you need to make them breakfast. Yep.
I mean, just to maybe play like a board game with me, or to just stay home and play some video games with me. Just to do like that one little thing is what I really look forward to.
I'm not asking him to be a perfect dad, but he should try. He's just a constant force in my life.
There's no other type of love like a dad's love because it's not comparable to anything else.
Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Longhorns football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. It's a Longhorns Monday edition. We talked Texas football. We just talked Texas women's basketball as they are the number 4 team in the nation. They beat the number 24 ranked team in the nation in Richmond. And now we're going to talk Texas men's basketball. Sean Miller got his first win at the University of Texas this past weekend. It was a performance that we were expecting from this team. Let's be honest, playing against a team like Lafayette, they were able to go out and get that win, 97-60. A lot of good players on that floor, a lot of guys that could shoot the basketball. And as they continue to make their move, one of the guys that is back at this university is one Jordan Pope.
Now coming off a screen, Pope with 3. That's good for Jordan. Well, that's what he can provide right out of the gate, whether he's coming off the bench or starting.
No doubt about it. He's an instant bucket. He's quick release. He does a good job of getting the open areas.
You know, the funny thing is, going into the week, we were talking about this Texas basketball team, and last week Jordan Pope came off the bench and Kendall Weaver was in the starting lineup. A lot of people were saying, is this going to be the lineup? It's going to be changing often. Coach Miller trying to find the groups, but Jordan Pope is a bucket, ready to shoot. He finished with 10 points. One of the guys that you're a big fan of is Nick Cody, and Nick Cody got a chance to play a little bit too.
Pass broken up and a steal. Longhorns have it. Here's Cody in the paint. Spins, turns, slam dunk for Nick.
Excellent job of turning the ball over, getting a transition layup.
Texas up 17-6, the first double-digit lead.
He went 3 or 4 from the free throw line. You heard that dunk right there, and that is how he is going to be used. They were using him on the perimeter a lot. Obviously, setting screens, being able to make the pass. There was one time he caught the ball at the free throw line, and he didn't even look to shoot. And I was like, you need to go shoot that. I mean, go knock that down, because they were sagging off of him. And if he can be able to attack the rim in the nature in which Coach Miller is probably going to want him to, because if he's going to be on the court, he's got to be able to attack the rim sometimes too. But the big man made his presence known. We already talked about how he liked to fight and he liked to be a little bit physical. Matisse was out there doing his thing.
Cross-court pass. Guru in the corner for 3. That was an air ball. Pulled down by Vocatitis. 5 to shoot. Nice spin, low post baseline move. Modest Vocatitis with a two-handed flush.
Modest Vocatitis doing his thing.
Hardge, I'm going to tell you something. Vocatitis' footwork is very, very good.
Yeah.
I'm watching him at 7 feet move his feet the way that he moves them. Like, he can be a pro. Like, be a draft pick.
14, and 11. He had 14 points, 11 boards. He had 7 defensive rebounds. He was 7 of 9 from the field, and he continues to show that he is going to be a physical presence every single time. And the thing that I liked about this team was they did not let up. But one guy that will always bring the energy and will always announce his presence with authority is one Kendall Weaver.
Left side post, dribbles, pull up, jumper, left elbow, no good. Follow slam, Kendall Weaver soaring in from nowhere with a two-handed slam.
Kendall Weaver was somebody that I looked at early in the ball game, and he had an opportunity to they had a fast break, and they were getting ready to throw him an oop, and he slipped on the way up. If he would have been able to get up the way he was planning on it, because this was full sprint, full fast break, alley-oop, ready to tear the rim down. And I was hoping he would have caught that out of the air, because it would have been nasty.
Well, they're going to have plenty of opportunities to get those type of plays with Kendall. You and I said this last year. Why don't they run backdoor plays for him to get a lob? Because he's so adept at doing so.
Yeah.
Just without a play being drawn up for him. Imagine if you draw a play up.
Well, they're going to end up knowing each other well. Now that they're starting to play a little bit, they're going to understand who's going to be at this cut, who's going to be on this side, and they're going to have that feel for each other once they break them down.
And you have a guy that's undersized like Kendall is. Like, if you have him in the dunk position and you run plays, nobody's going to expect him to cut to the block. Like, it would be so easy to do. Like, so I'm just looking forward to the options.
Yeah, he's going to be one of those dudes that if you're not paying attention to where he is, he's going to posterize you. But Coach Sean Miller talked about his basketball team and what he saw tonight.
It was nice for us to be able to get started at home. It's been a long time coming, and I think the Moody Center was, to coach in it for the first time, and a number of our players, this was the first time they've ever played a game in it. And I think all of us leave just very grateful that we're here and very impressed. It's an amazing, incredible atmosphere and building. And I think part of what we're trying to do is make it even better and make it one of the best home courts in college basketball. It has the makings of it. It's a spectacular venue right on campus, and the fact that our students are right around the court, that's quite a gift for all of us. And I think it's great for them to be able to sit that close to the court. So that's the first thing. In terms of our team, I start with assists. When you can have 21 assists on 33 made field goals, I think that shows that we played together. We had 6 players in double figures, and we also had only 9 turnovers. So if you think about our first performance against Duke, we had only 6 assists and 16 turnovers. That was a big reason why the game got away from us in the second half. In terms of highlights of players, I thought a number of guys played well. It was great to see Modest have a double-double, 14 points and 11 rebounds, and, his 7 for 9 from the floor. You can't take that for granted.
Those are the things that you talk about, being consistent, being able to understand, again, your role on this team. And they're still finding it out. They're still working through it. There's going to be moments that they believe are going to lead to different situations. But this team is fun to watch.
Yeah, you said it more than once now about the chemistry and knowing your role. And that consistency of knowing your role, knowing where you're going to be is paramount in basketball.
Yeah.
Man, bro, this is an exciting time for Texas.
On both sides.
Men and women.
Men and women are able to play at a high level, and being in the Moody, you got to get over there to go check them out. There's nothing else like it. It's so much fun being there. Had a great time on Friday and Saturday watching both of those teams. They play tonight. The women play tonight at 7 p.m. You can listen to the game right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. When we come back, we'll close out hour number 1. Betting is a problem, and it's getting worse right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
We're Madison Square Garden. Well, Dick Vitale would come in. Craig, it's good to see you. How are you? It's awesome with a capital A. I think Rick Barnes has an outstanding team. I said, Dick, I appreciate the time. Thanks very much. Rick, it's great to see you. I hear Dan Schulman, who's doing the play-by-play, goes, you realize you just called Craig Rick? He goes, Craig, wait, you got to let me straighten it out. You got to give me another chance. Let me fix it.
Hang out with Craig on AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Still got that slow traffic going on 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and Stassing Lane, setting you back about 18 minutes. The debris in the road is now gone at Texas 71 eastbound at Riverside Drive. And that accident's cleared out to Palmer Lane at Samsung Boulevard. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Bet Online.
As football season continues on and basketball season takes off, there's no better place to get in on the action than Bet Online, your number one source for all things sports. And don't forget the VIP program with exclusive level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. Head to Bet Online today, because at Bet Online, the game starts here.
You know, starting my day off on the right foot is a big deal. I have to be on my game to give you infotainment, and that starts by taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beats Heart Chews from Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You've probably seen their logo on the football field and on the volleyball court. Yep, that Human. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure and nearly 2 times more effective than just diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great and they're easy to take, and they become a part of my daily routine. Super Beats Heart Chews are also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now and even gives you a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/Mike to check it out. That's human.com, Mike, human with 2 N's. Enter the promo code Mike at checkout and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry nonstop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour nonstop freshness, so you can smell unstoppable.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Kuselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
Oh, we're gonna be so late for the concert. We should be there by now.
Just need to make a little detour and stop for gas real quick. I know it's cheap place down the road.
Are you serious? We're gonna miss the show because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is great. It's a free app that gets you cash back when you buy gas.
Wait, you mean I can get money back just for buying gas? Really?
Yep, and it really works. I've actually made around $200 this year already. Now pull over so you can download Upside before we miss the concert.
Pulling over? You had me at $200.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you buy gas. Use promo code RING to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank or as a gift card. Download Upside and use promo code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Use promo code RING.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Live concerts. Getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. Get the latest info about COVID-19 vaccines at getvaccineanswers.org. It's up to you. Brought to you by iHeartRadio and the Ad Council.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
Back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Coming up at the top of the hour, we will talk college football as Texas A&M and Texas Tech handled their business. Indiana State and the college football landscape is now starting to take shape as teams are getting closer and closer to the end of the season. You believe that Texas now has 3 games left on the regular season?
I cannot believe it.
We are already back to that point. So, but right now, I want to give you a chance to use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. Get a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see the Texas women tonight as they take on Louisiana Lafayette at 7 o'clock. But you can hear the game right here if you're not going to win those tickets right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone with the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way. But all you have to do, use the talkback feature, leave your name and who you are taking to the game with you with a chance to win a pair of tickets. iHeartRadio app, always free, and it's free to download. And then all you got to do is preset us at #1, but use that talkback feature. You only get 30 seconds to leave it, so make sure you get it done. All right, I want to get into this conversation because it seems to be taking over sports. Look, we give out picks every single week. We say for entertainment purposes only, but we're using it for the common folk, not for a guy that is getting paid $4 million a year, and then you go out and you ruin it by putting bets on the line and being a co-conspirator to helping other people make money. You're probably asking, what are you talking about, Hardge? The Guardians pitchers, the Cleveland Guardians pitchers, are facing some serious charges. Emmanuel Class and Luis Ortiz. Guardians pitchers are both being paid on leave for right now, but they have been indicted on charges related to illegal gambling allegations that could both land in prison for 60-plus years, according to documents unsealed yesterday.
So they weren't doing 1 or 2.
No. And this report is coming from The Athletic. So, and here's the case, and this is pretty much an egregious case. So the guy had just signed a 5-year, $200 million contract. He was considered one of the best closers in baseball. And they said he was fixing pitches. That's right, pitches. So others could win tens of thousands of dollars on one-pitch wagers. What do I mean by that? Well, I would come up. It's like hanging out with your buddies and you're saying, hey, I bet you $5 right now that next pitch is going to be a ball. Well, you can actually do that on these apps. You can make those bets pitch by pitch. You can bet. Well, he came out and said, I bet you this pitch, it'll be a ball. He would throw a ball. And it just looks like a regular pitch. Wager, they said one of the wagers was $18,000 that the pitch would be a ball. They said that there were numerous instances like this over nearly 2 years of alleged rigged pitches. He got his buddy, Luis Ortiz, to get into the operation last season. And that's why you would see irregular betting patterns. According to the indictment, bettors have made over $400,000 off of Kles's alleged rig pitches. Ortiz's number is more like 60,000, but both pitchers are likely made just a fraction of that themselves.
So in wrestling, we call it working the gimmick.
They work
the gimmick, and he was like, he had special signals to his people,
to his bettors,
and then they would. Oh my gosh, bro, this is too much.
Yeah, he
need to go to jail.
He made $4.5 million of salary. Ortiz was making $782,000 of salary, and now if they both get convicted of the charges, they'll face 65 years in prison.
A piece?
65 years in prison. It just does not make any sense to me as a professional athlete where you are getting paid millions of dollars.
$4.5 million
for now.
In the Dominican Republic, that's like having $1 billion.
Thank you. And here's the other part of this. Not only have you ruined your life, now you have ruined your family's life.
And your relationships with your teammates and your managing staff and everybody, they're going to look at you like the enemy.
I don't think they need to be concerned about that anymore. I don't think they're going to be on
they
those
need to
teams
start
anymore.
getting their commissary together.
Well, they got plenty of money to put in them books.
Hey man, put 100,000 on my books. So.
Yeah,
you going to jail?
Yep. And it's just crazy to think about how it has changed so much, because we hear it in basketball right now. We've heard it in football. We've heard it in Major League Baseball. They finna do that hockey? Is hockey next?
Hockey next.
Is soccer? I mean, wherever you can put a wager.
I told you, I quit my sport because they allowed the cheating.
Right.
Like it's no different. Like they allow people to take drugs. They allow people to come. They got the death penalty. How do you get the death penalty? What the whole point of the death penalty is? You're gone. You don't come back from that. I competed against people that got the death penalty. And
is the death penalty considered? Is the death penalty considered?
You don't never get to compete again.
Right. That's what. That's not the actual death.
No. They don't.
Okay,
they don't take you out back and give you a hot one. You are not allowed to ever compete at the international level or national level again.
Right.
If you lifting at your gym for fun.
Yeah.
And Alexander Kolovich in '96 at the Olympic Games. I competed against him again after he got the death penalty for 2 years. They basically gave him a 2-year suspension.
Well, they let SMU back. They had the death penalty.
They let them back too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it happens.
Maybe he was clean at that point. He had to do his rehab.
He was even more dirty, if there's such a thing. Like the dude lifted more weight than he had ever lifted because he was 2 years of no drug testing.
So he had all the drugs he needed in his system.
He was, he was perfect. But go get help, y'all.
Yeah.
1-800-GAMBLER, whatever you need to do, talk to your priest. But this gambling in the sports has got to stop. It's killing it for us fans.
Yeah, because everybody thinks somebody's on the take when things don't go well. Like last night or yesterday, how do the Jacksonville Jaguars lose that game to the Houston Texans?
Too soon.
Man, yeah, there's some discussions that'll be going on. Like, dude kicked the field goal. They drug tested him because it was 67 yards. So he had to go get drug tested. Hour number 1 is in the books. Man. Hour number 2 is just around the corner. We will talk college football right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Hardge here, and November's rolling in with gratitude. Texas Pride and Black Friday big savings all month long at Covert Chevy in Hutto. Right now, get $12,090 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Custom. Yep, no waiting till the end of the month. The deals are already here. Powerful trucks, hometown hospitality, and savings worth being thankful for. That's Covert Chevy Hutto right off of 79. CovertChevyHutto.com. Together, let's drive.
Hennion and Walsh was made for people like you. People who value speaking to the right people at the right time. That's why we answer the phone ourselves, to understand you and help you invest for the life you want, because you've earned it. We're Hennion and Walsh, and a human connection. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Hennion and Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Hennion and Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game. Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug! Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down. Hey! Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Isn't it nice to know at least one of your streaming apps is completely free?
Yeah, you get the iHeartRadio app without the pesky monthly fee.
Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
iHeart is America's #1 podcast network. Open the free iHeart app and explore podcasts like this.
Just before midnight on Saturday, February 19th, 2005, Danielle Imbo and her friend Richard Patrone left a crowded Philadelphia bar. The two 30-somethings planned to walk to Richard's truck and drive home. But they never made it.
It does not make sense. It's like they literally vanished.
The two were never seen again.
Not just them, but the truck disappeared into the ether.
Was it an accident, or were they murdered?
No one had a motive to kill them.
Those same questions frustrated law enforcement. The FBI called it murder for hire.
Who killed these two individuals and how did they get rid of them?
Both of them weren't the target. One of them was the target. The other one was wrong place, wrong time.
But which victim was the intended target and why?
It was definitely murder for hire for Danielle, not for Richard.
You're right, it could be. But it also could be something your son did too.
No one was looking to kill Richard. No one.
He's your son. And in your eyes, he's innocent. But in my eyes, he's just some guy my sister was with.
Fingers were pointed, allegations were made, and lines were drawn.
That drove the wedge between the families.
What happened to Danielle and Richard?
I think that whatever happened to my dad and Danielle was planned and orchestrated and thought out.
I'm Andrea Gunning. In this series, I dig into my own investigation to find answers for the families and get justice for Richard and Danielle.
I just want some peace for my sister's soul, and I want some peace for my mother.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horde, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeart Radio app.
Good morning, Kickoff. Good morning, Kickoff.
It's the Morning Kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Hordes, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to a Longhorns Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. In hour number 1, we talked about Texas football getting back at it, but they are a 5.5-point dog to the number 5 ranked Georgia Bulldogs. They kicked that off at 6:30 Saturday night, but we will start the pregame show at 3:30 from Bolden Acres, the south location off Lamar. Also, Texas women's basketball gets a big win, 85-56 over the number 24 ranked Richmond Spiders, Aaliyah Crump, Jordan Lee, and Madison Booker, all with big games. And the Texas men, they defeat Lafayette 97-60. Sean Miller's first win as a UT coach. The UT bench outscored Lafayette 42-11. So you're getting some points off the bench, and we just finished up the conversation about the MLB scandal. Also, want to talk about NFL in segment number 2, Mark Henry's World's Strongest Take, and we'll wrap up the show talking about all things Texas. But right now, I want you to hear from Coach Cignetti. Now, listen, this was the Indiana-Penn State game. We knew that, well, we were hoping that Indiana was going there and win, but you were saying, all right, Penn State, I know you lost your coach. I know things are different. It's a home game. This team is ranked number 2. Hopefully you get excited at the very beginning of the game. But somebody that was not excited at the very beginning of the game is Coach Cignetti.
Guys, thank you. Well, Coach, Indiana has never won here at Beaver Stadium. How does that change today?
This team's never played here.
This team has never played here, and this team is special. But you said your antenna is up when it comes to Penn State. What concerns you?
Nothing concerns. The time being concerned's over. It's time to attack and play.
Thank you.
What a jerk.
You know what?
What a jerk.
He could you could look at it like that, but Hardge, you can have a conversation with me before kickoff. You can't have a conversation with me before I competed. My coaches didn't talk to me. They knew who I was going to be. I'm the assassin.
Mark, that's I understand that.
No, you obviously don't, because you're finna have a rebuttal.
Have you been watching every football game that is being played? Every coach knows that they have an interview before they go to the game. He knew that.
Hey, keep it simple.
She kept it simple. You didn't think she kept that simple?
The question she asked him incited the riot in him because of his mentality and the warlike environment that he was in. She asked him about them losing or them never winning at Penn State before. He said, my team never played here before.
Exactly. That's all he has. He's, hey, we haven't played here before. This is a new team. Every coach says that. Every year is a new team. Every time you go somewhere, it's a different squad. He knew he had an interview before the game. You know that.
You know you have an interview, but still, why you ask him a question that's inciting like that?
Oh, my God.
Why not say, hey, coach, are you
going to fluff him up? You're going to fluff him up? Hey, coach, go on out there and hope you guys have a good game. No, she asked a professional question. That's what professionals do. That's her job. If she did not answer the question, she's going to have a meeting with her production crew. She's going to have a meeting with her director and ask the question of, hey, man, what was that? That's not how you go about it. She played it. She did it perfectly. She asked the question that should have been asked. And he, being Cignetti, became that person. That let's let this finish first, because then I wanted you to hear him at the end when he almost got his behind kicked by Penn State because he wanted to go out there with this attitude because you can't compete. Man, you know you're the head coach. Coach Sark gets asked questions every single week. I don't want to hear that. I'm getting ready to compete. Don't give me that. Don't give me that.
Don't give it to you?
Don't give me that.
Well, it's too late. I gave it to you.
I want you to give me the Gus Johnson. Give me some Gus Johnson.
Mendoza in trouble. It's out. Touchdown. Wow. Oh, my play. Unbelievable. Give him the Heisman Trophy now.
Give him the Heisman Trophy
Give it to him now.
Oh, give it to him.
Oh, my unbelievable.
Oh, my God. It sounded like he was going to cry.
Hey, but in reality, that was one of the best catches that I've ever seen in college football.
Yeah.
And at the pressure point in which it happened.
And then he drug. You talking about good feet?
That's great feet. It looked like he did that dance that the kids be doing where their foot barely even touches the ground and they're like sliding sideways because one foot looked like it was about to come down, but he got the other one down. It was amazing.
What do they call that?
Good feet. They call that
they
good
call
feet.
it the good feet.
But now I want you to hear that play got Indiana to continue their journey. They're 10-0, 7-0 in the Big Ten. Penn State played their behinds out. You thought they were going to upset the apple cart, get their first win in the Big Ten. And here is Coach Cignetti after the game.
Coach, so sorry. I know you want to talk to a lot of these guys, and it was such an incredible finish. But the composure from your quarterback to find Omar Cooper there for that game-winning touchdown, take me through it.
Refuse to lose, basically. Sacked on the one. Haven't done anything last 5-6 passes. Get no protection, right? Running ball through us, play action pass. No timeouts left. Make a play on second and who knows what, 30 for a first down. Great play in the end zone. Didn't draw it up in the dirt, but I mean, we saw what they were doing. And it's a great throw and catch. And you know what? This was an unbelievable win. I've seen a lot of stuff in my days. I've never seen anything quite like this.
Obviously, your schedule from here on out. I know you've got some big goals, but how crucial was this win given where you guys want to go?
Well, every game's important, you know. I mean, we played a little short-handed, but that's part of the deal for every team in America. And we got to play better in a lot of different areas, and we're lucky to win. But I am so proud of these kids.
Congratulate them. Thank you.
Oh, a little humble, huh?
Oh, you got a little humble pie?
Got a little humble, huh? Yeah, Mr. Arrogant. Listen, I understand the coaches are going to be coaches, and they got to be locked in. We seen Coach Clark get fired up and everything. But handle business.
Yeah,
handle business.
I would be very unprofessional in that space too, because before the game, they listen, Coach, you got to go do this interview. Man, nobody can do it for me. Like, please don't ask me nothing that's gonna make me speak out of turn. I would tell them, like, man, I'm a live wire right now. I'm a mushroom cloud, in the words Samuel Jackson. Like, don't do it. Don't fire me up. I'm already locked in.
Come on, man.
Hard. I'm the worst, I guess. I side with it.
We see it every single week.
I know. Coach Sark gets it too, and it makes me mad when somebody asks him a question that I feel like is a dumb question to ask somebody that's about to go out and go to work.
He is the coach. He's not the left starting tackle that's going to go out there and compete against somebody. A coach has to show composure in the moment.
Okay.
Because where's the leadership coming from? Where's it coming from, Mark?
I fed off my people. I fed off the people that coached me. I fed the people that were holding the water. They knew that they'd be at least 3 feet away from me when they squirted the water at me. You might get bit. Like you have got to know what animal you messing with. I'm not mad at the dude. Now, yeah, he could have handled that with a little bit more tact. Answer the question and run off the field. We got a game to play. You answer the question, but you expect him to stand there and be gracious in the time of fire? I just don't see it. I don't co-sign for it. And when they're in the NBA, they ask them questions in the second quarter before they go into the half. When they're emotional and they behind by 6 or 12 points. And they ask him, hey, coach, y'all look like y'all having trouble at the free throw line. What are you going to do to fix that? Maybe hit the damn shot. How about that? And run off the flow. Like, they ask them questions that's inciting. You're a true journalist, man.
I mean,
that's why you get the big bucks.
Yeah, I don't know where those are coming from, but I hear you.
I remember.
What's up, Trevor?
Yeah, that's exactly. You coming here with doom and gloom? No, I'm coming to ask a question that is being asked that are preparing you for the game.
I guarantee you, if we put the poll out there, just like I told you, I don't like 2 Monday night games. I want 1 Monday night game. I'm going to win this argument because everybody that's ever played a sport, I don't know how. Who am I talking to?
That's what I'm like. What are you talking about? I play the sport. I play
I
the
know,
sport at
that's
the
what
high
I'm saying.
level.
I don't know who
I'm
you
the
are
one
anymore.
that the people wanted to come and talk to because I was going to talk to him about
Oh
it.
my gosh, no, you can't do that. You're going.
Why?
Hardge.
Why?
I guarantee you, if I would have came up and tried to talk to you before you got ready to go play, you would be like, "Hey man, I ain't got time right now. I'm locked in, bro."
You can't be locked in. You got to be mad and over there and be yelling at people to be locked in. That's how I get locked in.
Watch my
I
face.
got to be angry.
For those at home, look at my face. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Coming up next, we're going to talk NFL and see if those people are angry about being talked to. Right
poll up,
here
Marcus.
on the morning kickoff on
Marcus.
Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
In their inaugural season in the SEC, the Texas Longhorns made history.
For the first time in 22 years, the Texas women are headed for the Final Four.
Now, they're back to finish what they started.
To the hoop, and she scores! And she scores!
Harmon will hoist it from half court and makes it.
Listen to Texas women's basketball all season long on 1300 The Zone. Your home for the Horns.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Cash. That's cash. Enter it now.
AM 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
We have an accident blocking the left lane on the Mopac southbound at Far West Boulevard. Also, another accident blocking two center lanes, 290 Toll Road westbound at Johnny Morris Road. Then we also have some slow traffic to report at I-35 northbound between Onion Creek and Stastny Lane. 19-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
There's one fan who never moves from his lucky seat. Same spot, same shirt, same ice cold Bud Light. He swears every Longhorn touchdown happens when he blinks twice and takes a sips. Science? Maybe not. Superstition? Absolutely. Because in Texas, you don't mess with the winning ritual, you just toast it. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your sixth graders' soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get $100,000 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at Henna.com. Together, let's drive.
NBC News focuses on the facts, looking deeper and listening wider. It's clear reporting, free from opinion. Facts, clarity, calm. NBC News, reporting for America.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
my debit card.
Their debit card.
Where did I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound, that's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. performance that pays off. Because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy Rinse tonight, and I need it more. My king was the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do, I'm always in the dark. The sweat and dead short smells like a dog car. Downy Rinse it tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
Hey, Texas fans, Craig Way here. It's time to kick off your deck project with TimberTech. A real decking all-star, TimberTech is the #1 brand in premium decking. It delivers real wood looks without the costly maintenance, and it will never rot, warp, splinter, or peel. Plus, with industry-leading warranties, you know your deck will perform at the top of its game season after season. Take a look, and you'll be hooked. Order free samples online at timbertech.com.
Texas football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball, Hardge, world's strongest man, the Mark Henry. And of course, we've got our guy, Marcus, behind the boards. Coming up in the next segment, you'll have the world's strongest man, brought to you by the world's strongest man.
That's
Mark,
right.
What you got for the people?
Well, there's a big dilemma going on right now between who is the front runner for the MVP in the NFL. And we've seen what Matt Stafford is doing something that no one has ever done before in the history of the NFL. 3 games in a row, throwing 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Never been done. And then you have Jonathan Taylor on the other side at Indianapolis, who is at pace to get close to 2,000 yards, but his touchdowns are through the roof. He's averaging 2 touchdowns a game.
All right.
That's a level of greatness those 2 players are showing over everybody. If they can continue at this pace, it's going to be a spectacular ending.
Well, we will talk about that in the next step. We'll talk about it in the next segment, and we'll get more into that. But right now, we want to go into the NFL. Started off on Thursday night with the Buccaneers winning. The Broncos defeating the Raiders 10-7, a snoozer. But after that, there was points being scored all over the place. You look at last night's game, the Chargers defeat the Steelers 25-10. Justin Herbert, 220 yards passing, 1 touchdown. But the story is what's going on with the Steelers offense. You cannot mask it anymore. They're just not very good at this particular time. They have fallen to 5-4 and 2-2. And then in conference away from the home confines. But here's the other part for me. You look at what the Ravens have been able to do since Lamar Jackson has come back. They go to Minnesota. They defeat the Minnesota Vikings 27-19. You look at Pittsburgh. We thought it was going to be runaway with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, they lost 2 in a row, and now the Ravens have won 2 in a row with Lamar Jackson being back. Derrick Henry looks like he's ready to tote the mail again, and now it's getting a little bit scary for those in that division. Another big game with a big flip in the thought process was the Miami Dolphins handling the Buffalo Bills 30-13. Devon Achane, 22 carries, 174 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, and the Dolphins beat the Buffalo Bills handily. Another team that is playing well is the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears, 6-3, defeat the New York Giants 24-10. Caleb Williams continues to get better and better each week. Devondre Swift is running the heck out of the football. And now you look at the Bears as a true playoff contending team. In overtime over in Berlin, the Indianapolis Colts with your guy, Jonathan Taylor, 32 carries, 244 yards, 3 touchdowns, defeat the Atlanta Falcons 31 to 25. But the funny thing about this game was, it wasn't the fact that the Colts won because the Colts are now sitting at 8-2. It is how bad the Falcons are becoming as a football team. They still have not figured out a way to use Bijan Robinson properly. I'm glad to see Drake London getting off. I'm glad to see that he is playing better. But they are still bad at drawing up plays and getting the ball to their playmakers. Look at what the Colts did. They gave him the ball 32 times and threw it to him out of the backfield. Like, why is it so hard to understand that you have the ultimate weapon in the backfield and you don't use them properly?
Yeah, it looks like if, say, Bijan played for Dallas, with Dallas's running scheme, Bijan would average 150 yards a game and a touchdown because of his talent.
And they lining him up at wide receiver. I'm like, what are you doing?
Atlanta is I don't know if the coordinator and the coaches have forgotten all the things that they know about football, but sometimes they look lost.
Yep.
And you'll see Michael Penix dropping back on 5 and 7-step drops on 3rd down and 7, 3rd down and 8, when they need to get the ball out of their hands. It's 3rd down and 7. You know they're coming.
Yep.
It's like they welcome pressure. Hey, we want you to the blitzers. We want you to rush us. Maybe they feel like that they can get the ball to their playmakers. It's not working.
Right.
It haven't worked thus far. So now it's time to change.
Yeah, it is interesting to see a team with those types of weapons not use them properly. It just doesn't make sense.
You know what my suggestion is?
Trade them.
No.
What?
Fire them. They got to get rid of them.
Okay.
Somebody got to go. And I'm not willing to get rid of none of the talent. At first, I thought Pitts, y'all can get rid of him.
He was making some drops yesterday. Pitts was dropping the ball.
But I still believe in his talent. I still believe in his talent. I believe they just don't know how to use these guys. They you got a power runner in Algiers who needs a fullback in front of him, or at least a tight end in motion to go and seal block like Texas does. But do they do it? No, they outside zone a dude that's not an outside zone guy. Even though it works sometimes, it works because of his talent, not because of the scheme.
No.
They just do so many things, and everybody knows that London is going to get the ball. Like, they're going to throw to him first. All you got to do is on 1st and 2nd down, double cover him. Because you know Pitts is guaranteed at least one drop a drive.
For sure. Sure.
So force him to throw it to somebody other than those two players.
The New England Patriots are now 8-2, 28 to 23 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker touchdown maker, did everything he could with 3 touchdowns, but Travion Henderson, 14 carries, 147 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns, and they are sitting at 8-2. And the Buccaneers are at 6-3. But the game of the day, the Houston Texans scored 26 points in the 4th quarter to come from behind to get the victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars, 36-29. And Davis Mills, Mr. Longneck himself, got a touchdown.
Davis Mills. What a rush, Walker. Steps up. He's going to run. Mills looking for the pylon. He's got the angle. Touchdown, Texans.
What a come-from-behind victory, but it wasn't over. The last play of the game sealed the deal, sealed the fate of the Jaguars with the L.
Lawrence. He's sacked, and it's over. Will Anderson Jr. gets there. The ball pops in the air, and Rankins takes it the distance. What a way to end it.
Rumble, young man, rumble.
I want an investigation. I want an investigation right now. I had that game. With the pick. And then in the last 3 seconds of the game, you have a fumble, and then they go back, run it back for a touchdown.
Scoop and skull, baby.
Oh my gosh. Come on, man. Like I need an investigation taken.
What's up, Trevor?
Sometimes it bees that way, man. When you think about how the game is being played and what it looks like, it's a little bit different. That's why D'Amico Ryans and his post game said we just got to keep fighting. We got to keep fighting. We got to keep fighting. And that's exactly what they did. They fought to the very end. And D'Amico said this. Well, we'll wait for D'Amico to say that. But he talked about his team and what they did and how they did it. And here's what it sounded like.
Where do I start? Man. Hey, last night we talked about it last night, man. Hey, we talked about swinging, right? We were at halftime. We were in that 6th round, right? And we needed everybody to keep swinging. I told you guys, don't blink no matter what. Everybody just kept punching. We kept throwing haymakers. To finish in the 4th quarter, guys, we finished 26-0 in the 4th quarter. That's how you finish, right? That's how you finish the game right there, right? And I just appreciate you guys, man, so much. Talked about having that relentless desire and that will to win. That's what it looks like right there. That's us finishing in the 4th quarter, right? Love you guys, man. Appreciate the effort. I've never been a part of a game like that, man. That was so much fun. I love it. But let's not make it that close next time. All right?
Sometimes it bees that way. As my man Ike said.
Should have won that.
That's a bad beat for you. That's
It
a bad
was a
beat.
bad beat.
Scott Van Pelt will be proud of you because you'll be part of bad beats. But it is what it is. And guess what's next? The world's strongest man is bringing you his world's strongest take right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Still working that accident block in the left lane. This is going to be on the Mopac southbound at Far West Boulevard. Also another accident to report. This has now been moved to the shoulder. This is going to be 290 Toll Road westbound at Johnny Morris Road right there. Plus we have slow traffic. I-35 northbound between Onion Creek and Stastny Lane, about a 19-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Mark Henry here. Did you know that since 1936, Shipley's Donuts has been a Texas tradition? And now Dripping Spring is waking them up. They serve fresh, hot-baked donuts, kolaches, and hot coffee. Get out to 13341 West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs. They open bright at 5 a.m. Grab you a dozen. Okay, grab 2 dozen, but I suggest more than one at least. Shipley's Donut. You can order them online at shipleysdonuts.com or on the Shipley's app. Start happy, stay happy. Shipley's Donuts, West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs.
At In-N-Out, we like to think of ourselves as the vintage muscle car of burgers. After all, both are handcrafted, made with an appreciation for every detail. One with the finest materials, the other with the freshest ingredients. And seeing either one brings a smile to your face. Muscle cars and double doubles are all American classics, and both are gone in seconds.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news, Specs has the perfect play. Ice cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal, book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, sunny skies, a high of 62. Clear tonight, a low in the upper 30s. Tuesday, sunny skies, a high in the mid-70s, a low of 55.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive Insurance, you can keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today. That's careers.progressive.com.
If one of us wins, we all win.
I'm Ashley Rayfeld. On a recent episode of our podcast, Good Luck with That, we caught up with pro skater Fabiana Delfino to talk life lately, what's next in skateboarding, and why creating space for others is a part of the job.
You break down the door, sick, now hold the door for everyone. I believe in that solely, but I'm like, you guys need to also open more doors.
Bobby talks how one person's chance can change what's possible for everyone coming next. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Good Luck with That, and listen now.
It's the Craig Way Show with Craig Way and Cameron Parker. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
You know what time it is when you hear that beat drop? It can only mean one thing. WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man, D. Mark Henry, brings you his World's Strongest Take. Take it away, big fella.
Hard.
Yes. What time is it?
It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest. Okay. Back then, they didn't know. Now I'm hard. Yeah, all on. Guys, here we go. Everybody knows that right now there's a two-man race for who's going to be the MVP. We thought Lamar Jackson was going to be the guy. We thought Josh Allen, who won it last year, would be right there at the top. Sorry, Charlie. A lot of people don't even know what that reference is. But anyway, I digress. The two guys that are in that front-running spot right now are Matt Stafford, who plays quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams and is projected to be one of the top two right now. The other guy is Jonathan Taylor, who right now they say is the heavy favorite to be the MVP. Now, let's start with Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford in the last 3 games has done something that no quarterback in the history of the NFL has done. Not Brady, not Montana, not Aikman, not Bradshaw, you name Marino, you name somebody, they didn't do it. He's thrown for 4 touchdowns in consecutive games with 0 interceptions. I'm going to say that again. 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 3 games in a row. And then you have Taylor. Taylor has rushed for 200 yards 3 times this season. 1 for 244 yards. And is both of these guys, of course, are the fantasy football leaders. They're scoring more points than anybody. The thing that I put, my take is this, because this is the world's strongest take, and it's up to me. I say Jonathan Taylor. And the reason that I say Jonathan Taylor is because we're getting at the end of the season when the weather starts to get bad. He's going to take a handoff. And he's going to be able to do all the things that every team has tried to stop and couldn't. It's only going to get better for him. Stafford, the weather changes, it affects his throwing. They're going to have to go more to their running game. I don't think that he can sustain throwing 4 touchdowns with no interceptions for the rest of the season. I just don't feel like that's a possibility. My take is Jonathan Taylor wins. He's in rarefied air. There's only 5 other running backs that have done what he's done. And names to the like of Adrian Peterson. Names like LaDainian Tomlinson. Jim Brown. When you put yourself in the rarefied air of elite running backs that have got close to or ran 2,000 yards, you deserve it. Saquon Barkley was like the odd man out. Almost made it, but didn't. It's a rare list. What say you?
Well, you're forgetting a couple names that are on there. Drake May is the betting favorite right now on DraftKings and MyBookie.com. He's plus 285, and we talked about they're 8-2. This is a team that's 8-2. Another name that could possibly be in this conversation.
Copy and paste. He's always in this conversation. Don't say it.
Patrick Mahomes is still going to be in this conversation. You can look at Lamar, but that's a little further down. But I agree with you about the Jonathan Taylor thing, but they don't give the MVP to running backs. If anybody would have won it, it should have been last year with Saquon Barkley, the numbers that he put up last year, and they didn't give it to him. He'll win an offensive player of the year award. Yeah, absolutely. He's done
Saquon Barkley also played 1.5 less games than everybody because he decided to sit out.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
He didn't finish it. There was one game where he didn't finish. He played in the first half, and they were up like 31-3, and he sat out the rest of the game.
And then he didn't play the last game of the year.
And then he didn't play the last game. That's what I'm saying.
But he got a trophy because he won the championship.
But what if he ran for 150 yards in that last game that he didn't play? What if he played in the second half of that game that they were up 31-3?
What do you tell me about what ifs?
If ifs and buts was candy and nuts,
yeah.
We'd all have a Merry Christmas
and a Happy New Year.
And a happy, but I'm just saying, you get my point though.
But we look at
he
this.
He deprived himself of 200 yards and however many touchdowns he probably could have scored in a game and a half.
Jonathan Taylor's sitting in the same spot. They're 8-2. He may not even play the last couple of games of the season.
That would hurt my feelings.
But that's what. Do you want a trophy or do you want to get the MVP or the offensive player? He gonna get an award. It's not a matter of that. These guys are playing for something bigger than that. And that's why it's difficult. I'm with you. I thought last year Saquon Barkley was by far the most valuable player in the NFL because he came to a new team and they went to the Super Bowl, and he was one of the main reasons why they had the success. But the NFL voters did not give it to him because they wanted to give it to Josh Allen.
My world's strongest take is not about the indisparity of the quarterback getting the MVP over the running back. It's about right now the two people that are the front runners and who I feel like should get it. And I feel like Jonathan Taylor should get it. If he stays on the path and they continue to do what they're doing, he should get it. That's my opinion.
You know who the last running back to win the MVP was?
Who was that?
Adrian Peterson, 2012.
And then, I know it's your take, but when you go, what say you? Don't I
you have a point at that point. But I'm not gonna let you step on me hard and break my heart.
Break your spirit.
No. Just like Coach. Just like the coach went in. You're not gonna incite a riot with me. Put the poll up, Marcus.
What's up, Trevor? That's the world's strongest take, brought to you by the world's strongest man. Because we can't give a rebuttal. It's his take. It's his take.
It's mine. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
We'll close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick. But we got a lot going on the 40 acres, and I'm going to give you another chance to win a pair of tickets to go see the Texas women as they take on the Raging Cajuns. Stay tuned, folks. I'll tell you how that happens right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to Coach Sark's weekly press conference live every Monday at 11 a.m.
We got to go enjoy this journey. We need to be present and then ultimately finish the mission.
Hear Coach Sark recap the prior week's games and get you ready for the Horns' next opponent.
Culture beats talent. Culture is really strong. Culture and talent together is a pretty powerful force, and that's something that we've tried to create.
Every question, every answer, every Monday, right here on your home for the Longhorns. 1300 The Zone.
Still working that accident block on the left lane. This is going to be on the Mopac southbound at Far West Boulevard. Also another accident to report. This has now been moved to the shoulder. This is going to be 290 Toll Road westbound at Johnny Morris Road right there. Plus we have slow traffic. I-35 northbound between Onion Creek and Stastny Lane, about a 19-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
As football season continues on and basketball season is taking off, there's no better place to get in on the action than BetOnline, your number one source for all things sports. BetOnline gives you more ways to play with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action so you never miss a moment. From pro and college football, basketball, cage fighting, and hockey futures, BetOnline has you covered. And don't forget the VIP program with exclusive level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. Head to BetOnline today, because at BetOnline, the game starts here.
Need better sleep? Score huge deals on your perfect bed at Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Stop in today and let the sleep experts find the right upgrade for your unique needs. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
And Doug. Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry nonstop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour nonstop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders' soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding a unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Join the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, each day from 2 to 5 p.m. for the Craig Way Show on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
What a great way to kick off the week right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Make sure you tuned in all day and all week, but all day for sure, because coming up this afternoon or this morning, we will have Coach Sark with his weekly press availability in this game week, University of Georgia. That press conference will start with myself, Craig Way, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, and of course, Cam Parker, starting at 11 o'clock, followed by Coach Sark talking at 11:30. Sean Miller meets with the media today, so we'll have all of that with our guy, Craig Way, on the Craig Way Show this afternoon from 2 to 5. And, of course, the Texas women will be taking on Lafayette starting at 7 o'clock. All of that can be heard right here on The Zone. And I'm going to give you another opportunity to win a second pair of tickets to go see the Texas women as they take on Louisiana Lafayette tonight at 7 o'clock. Get over to that always free iHeartRadio app. Get over to AM 1300 The Zone. Hold down that red microphone. Leave your name and who you are taking to the game with you tonight. That's all you have to do. It's on the talkback.
And your information.
That's right. And your talkback feature. And someone will contact you if you win the ticket. Well, this weekend was a big weekend for a lot of folks. We did a lot of different things, but two people passed away this weekend. Lenny Wilkens, former NBA player and coach, both put him into the Hall of Fame. He passed away at yesterday. And Paul Tagliabue, the former NFL commissioner, he had the job for 17 seasons. He's the one who handed it over to Roger Goodell. And a lot of folks, they had moments of silence for both of them yesterday on basketball and in the NFL. So prayers to those families that are involved. Lenny Wilkens went through a lot in the NBA and changed the game, and he was a mentor to so many of the younger players also.
And
coaches as well. And Paul Tagliabue was one of those guys that really was forward thinking, spent a lot of time with Jerry as far as TV rights and getting deals done to make the changes that needed to be made with the NFL. Now that's why the owners are making so much money now. I guess they call them general what do they call them now? General managers or governors? They were governors in other sports.
No, that's NBA.
NBA is just the governors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not owners anymore. Speaking of NBA, You two guys had one heck of a weekend this weekend, huh?
Oh, yeah. It was an incredible weekend. Got to go down to San Antonio to the Spurs game. Took Marcus with me and my buddy Don. We had a good time. Got to hang out with Kevin Durant, which is Marcus's favorite. And then we also got to meet Wemby and hang out with him for a while. Little did I know that while I was talking to Arch Manning and Parker Livingston, that Wemby would walk by me and go, "Oh my God." And then he took off running.
He turned into a 6-year-old kid.
I've
never seen a kid that big before.
And came back and was like, "Mark Henry," like, and wanted to take pictures and stuff. It was so humbling to have one of the greatest players on the planet to come up and pay homage. And, you started calling his family members and stuff and like put me on FaceTime so they can see me. And man, I bonded with Parker. I think Parker is one of my favorite athletes now. He asks some incredible questions, and it's not because of the mustache, even though I joke with him and mess with him.
It was a lot because of the mustache.
Yeah, a lot.
No, but he's a cool kid that you could tell he's beyond a freshman. His maturity is something special, and I think Texas won. Texas got a good one. Yep. And Arch Manning, not afraid of a moment. I think that his poise is his superpower, because he had a lot of pressure put on him and you couldn't tell.
Yep.
So, it was an unbelievable weekend.
Yeah, and what I tend to notice is Arch is just one of the guys.
Yeah, he is.
Just one of the guys.
And you would think that he would, have this aura of I'm the guy, and he don't. He's just one of the guys. And the guys respect him for that.
So, Marcus, your experience?
Oh, it was awesome, man. First of all, it was my first time getting to hang out with Mark, and I kind of felt
away from work.
Yeah, away from work.
Yep.
With the people. Mark is a man of the people. I have to give him credit. He is a man of the people. The people come and talk to him. He will talk to them. He will give them a time, joke around, give them a good conversation, things for them to remember.
It's good.
Thank you.
Man, way to go, Marcus. Jeez.
Great
why you trying to kiss up to the teacher?
Hey, man.
Hey, make sure that apple is over here on my desk.
Hey, man, he got me a chance to meet Kevin Durant. He got me a chance to see Arch, more of the UT players, Parker Livingston. There was some other guys I can't remember. I don't want to misplace their names because their helmets are not on. If they had the numbers, I know who they are. I probably met some of the biggest stars in the future and don't even know it.
Right.
Saw Wemby, Roy Ivy, many former UT players. It was pretty awesome. And shout out to Vincent Hugh, who kind of helped us out and set us up with a little bit of that. And also,
Vince is great. He's a good. He's a very.
Vince was the trainer for basketball, UT basketball.
Yeah, that's why he's so close with all those guys, and that's why he does the basketball for University of Texas, the TBT, and of course he got a great restaurant, Susiana, down there in San Antonio. So shout out to Vince. Good dude, man. Really like him a lot. Always have. I mean, he's been cool from day one, and you were the one who introduced me to him. So appreciate that with you. But yeah, I'm glad you guys had a great, great time. Also, I wanted to make sure that the Texas basketball fans understood this. Austin Gooseby, brother of Trevor Gooseby, offensive lineman for the University of Texas. He said he will be making his announcement. 5-star basketball player will be making his college decision on Friday, November the 15th. It's between Baylor, BYU, Duke, and Texas, and we're going to get a chance to talk to the father and possibly Austin this week to try to figure out if he's going to give us the inside scoop. Probably not, but we're definitely going to ask about that, so we'll be working on that for this week. He might even be in our Legends of the Locker Room. So who knows? You never know. I want to thank Marcus. I want to thank Mark. I want to thank you, the people. Make sure you give us that phone call so you get a chance to win a pair of tickets to go Texas women tonight as they take on the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana Lafayette. Make sure you tuned in all day long. Dan Patrick coming up next. Colin Cowherd, and of course, we got Coach Sark and myself, Craig Way, and Cam Parker, bringing it all to you from the University of Texas. Game week, baby! Bring on them Bulldogs. And just remember this, don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace. You know, starting my day off on the right foot is a big deal. I have to be on my game to give you infotainment, and that starts by taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beats Heart Chews